All right, let's get right into it. How do you actually turn 10 bucks into 100? I know, it sounds kind of like a magic trick, right? But what we're going to do today is break down the real actual strategies that can make this happen. And look, this isn't just about making $90. It's about getting the mindset right, the kind of mindset that can pull a 10x return on pretty much any investment, no matter how big or small.
So, is this some kind of financial trickery? Nope, not at all. The real question is, do you have what it takes? The discipline, the creativity, the sheer focus to pull it off. This is way less about what's in your wallet and way more about what's in your head. It's really about proving to yourself that you can create value, not just, well, consume it.
And this quote right here from the investment playbook just hits the nail on the head. Success doesn't start with your bank balance. It starts right up here in your mind. Think about it. You could give two people the exact same $10. One person, they're going to buy lunch. The other, they're going to turn it into leverage. The only difference is how they think.
Okay, so before we get into any of the how-tos, we gotta lay the foundation first. And that foundation, it's all about getting your head in the game with a success mindset. Seriously, without this mental shift, none of the strategies we're about to talk about will work. It's like the absolute must-do first step.
And this is the core idea, the big mental flip you have to make. Most of us, well, we're consumers, right? We see money, we think, what can I buy with this? But to win this challenge, you got to become a creator. You have to look at that $10 bill and see a tool, a seed, something you can plant to grow more value. It's not for spending, it's for building. All right, so with that creator mindset locked in, we can start the climb. And as we look at this mountain, our goal of $100, you'll see there are basically two main paths to the top. They look really different on the surface, but you're going to see that the rules for a successful climb, they're pretty much the same.
So let's talk about path number one, the hustler. This path is all about the real world, the stuff you can touch. We're talking about services, physical products, using your own smarts and a little bit of elbow grease to turn that small investment into actual cash. It's fast, it's hands-on, and you know what? It really works.
And the whole philosophy of the hustler, it all comes down to one super simple, timeless idea. Buy low, sell high. I mean, it sounds so basic, doesn't it? But mastering this one thing is literally how fortunes are made. Your job is to find something, anything, that's undervalued and then sell it for what it's really worth. That gap in the middle, that's your profit.
Okay, but what does this actually look like? Let's take this book flipping idea. It's a perfect example. You take your 10 bucks, you buy one book. You find someone who wants it, you sell it for 20. Awesome. Now you've got $20. What do? You don't go spend it? No way. You reinvest. You buy 2 books. You sell those. Now you have 40. Then you buy 4 books. Sell them. You've got 80. You see what's happening? In just a few flips, you've smashed your goal. That's the magic of reinvesting. Every single penny. It's not adding, it's multiplying.
And hey, books are just one idea. The possibilities are endless. You could be that person at a garage sale who finds a hidden gem and flips it on eBay. Or take your 10 bucks, go to the dollar store, buy some cleaning supplies, and start a little car detailing or window washing service. There's even this cool thing called drop servicing. Think of it like being a project manager. You find someone who needs a logo designed for, say, 50 bucks. Then you go find a great designer who'll do it for 20. You connect the two, manage the project, and you keep the $30 difference. No design skills needed.
Okay, let's totally switch gears now and talk about path number 2, the trader. Now we're leaving the physical world behind and jumping into the digital markets. This path can be way faster. The rewards can be much, much bigger. But, and this is a big but, the risk is also way higher if you're not disciplined. This is a game of pure strategy, not just rolling the dice. So the key thing to understand about being a trader is that it's not about hitting one giant home run. That's just gambling. The real secret is compounding small, steady wins. The whole idea is to make a bunch of small, smart trades that grow your account little by little. And over time, all those little wins start to snowball. It's all about patience and sticking to the plan.
And check this out. This really shows you the power of what I'm talking about. Let's say you aim for a 15% gain each day. Now, that's aggressive for sure, but in a crazy market, it's possible. Look at the numbers. Day 1, your 10 bucks becomes $11.50. By day 5, you've already doubled your money to over 20 bucks. By day 10, you're at 40. If you keep that up with discipline, you could hit that $100 goal in just a couple of weeks, all without taking one of those massive, I could lose everything kind of risks.
Now, traders have a special tool in their toolbox that hustlers don't have. It's called leverage.
Basically, it lets you control a much bigger pile of money with your small amount of capital. So, with 3x leverage, your $10 suddenly controls a $30 position. Your potential profits get a huge boost. But, and you have to listen to this part, it boosts your losses just as fast. If you mess up with leverage, one bad trade can literally wipe you out. It's a powerful weapon, and you have to treat it with respect.
So, what's in a beginner trader's toolkit? Well, first, you'd probably look at assets that move a lot, like Bitcoin. Then you'd pick a strategy, maybe scalping, where you're in and out of trades super fast to grab tiny profits. Or maybe swing trading, holding for a bit longer to catch a bigger move. And your leverage? You keep it low. Seriously, 2 to 5x max. Your decisions have to be based on analysis, not feelings. You're looking for things like support and resistance levels on a chart, or checking indicators like the RSI to see if something is overbought or oversold. The point is, you have a plan. You're not just winging it.
So, we've got the hustler out in the real world and the trader in the digital markets. They seem like polar opposites, right? But here's the cool part. If you really look closely, the fundamental rules, the things that actually make you successful, are exactly the same for both.
And rule number 1, the most important rule of all, is this. You protect your starting capital. That first $10 is everything. For the hustler, that means keeping your costs super low. Don't go crazy on supplies. For the trader, it means using a tight stop loss every single trade. A stop loss is basically your emergency eject button. It gets you out of a bad trade before it blows up your account. No matter which path you choose, good defense is what wins the game.
All right, so how do you absolutely guarantee you'll fail? Just do any of these things. This is like a map of all the traps. Chasing some hot trend because of FOMO, fear of missing out. Making emotional plays like revenge trading to try and win back money you just lost. That's a classic. Going all in on one crazy bet. Or if you're the hustler, just letting your costs get out of hand. These are the things that take people out of the game. Avoiding them, that's what discipline is all about.
So when you boil it all down, this is it. This is the formula. It starts with the right mindset. Then you add a solid strategy. Doesn't matter if you're a hustler or a trader. You have to mix in a whole lot of patience because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And then the most important ingredient, you wrap it all up in strict risk control. That right there, that's the only formula that actually leads to growth.
Which brings us to the last question. And this one's for you. You've seen the two paths. Which one feels more like, well, you? Are you the type that's drawn to the fast-paced, high-risk, high-reward world of the trader? Or do you vibe more with the slow, steady, and safe approach of the hustler? There's really no wrong answer here, but knowing who you are is the first step on the journey. So what's your path going to be?